Now we rise with fire behind us, and God's full where you'll find us. This is the reckoning, no resurrection. Built from the fallout, we are the weapon. Steel in our lungs, fate in our palm. Bow to the wall, and watch it dawn. Ash to ash, we burn the stars. Raise the flame where the shadows are. They want gods, we'll bring the spark. One last breath, ignite the dark. Let them remember the fire we were. Ash to ash, we burn the stars. Raise the flame where the shadows are. They want gods, we'll bring the spark. One last breath, ignite the dark. Ignite the dark. The dark.
Oh, good late morning, everyone. Time for us to play some Ace Combat. If the Xbox app's cooperating, that is. Yeah, it's cooperating. I just need to get captured. Oof. Alright. I'll make sure it's capturing. Okay, it's already set to it, so it should just capture now. Come on. Come on, you stubborn thing. It just crashed. Wonderful. Off to a smashing start, are we not? There we go. There we go. Now I can grab my remote. I gotta make sure the microphone's unmuted. It is. There we go. Alright. Move these to the side. Oh yeah, that's right. I was updating Should be working now. Yeah, there we go. I don't know what was going on there. I really don't know. The Xbox app started acting up, and then the remote started acting up. Okay, okay. There we go. Okay, I got that on. Now let's try to get this to work. Okay. Remote is indeed plugged in. There we go. Now it's finally working. Jesus. We can finally get into the stream. There's some mods in chat. Can y'all please remove the pen, please? Well, before I do anything, I need to fix the audio. It is loud on my end.
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Okay, that works. Alright, do that. I do need to hunt down the aces. I'm only going to go after the ones I remember how to get, but... yeah, let's do normal. It won't hurt nothing.
Does the color of the sky mean anything special to you? It does to me. A hell of a lot. When I closed my eyes,
Okay, the remote is, in fact, acting up. So give me a minute. I need to go to Do Not Disturb.
is a deep, dark blue. Pilots have been in my family for 4 generations. Flying's in my DNA. Even so, my grandpa didn't want me joining the Air Force. He lost faith in the Ocean Air Defense the day my dad died in battle.
You know, Abby, I wish you could see what it's like up there. Cruising above the clouds, the dark blue of the stratosphere. Nothing beats being at the controls and seeing it from the cockpit. Look here.
Gramps tossed a magazine over to me with an article. Unmanned fighters are no longer a dream.
Hey, Waver. Welcome in.
Pilots taking to the skies will soon be a distant memory.
I don't see anything good coming from that.
Know what? Lying smack dab in the middle of the desert west of here, there's a bunch of planes from the last war. Some of them have been mothballed, but
That's
most of them are just
understandable.
rusted piles of
I hope
junk
you have
waiting
good
to be
eeps.
scrapped. Gramps was really good friends with the super there, so he got to take whatever he wanted, no questions asked. That's how we got the parts to build our own plane. Now, when I say we, I mean me, my grandpa, and his old war buddies. I cut my teeth working with those geezers. They taught me their skills and some dirty jokes. But with their aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work myself. I was at the airstrip doing some flight training when I saw it. A prototype drone. It wasn't much of a plane, more of a trash can with wings.
Laugh at it all you want, kid. But technology's always changing. If you don't keep up with it, it'll leave your ass behind.
It took 6 years and 8 months to get that engine running. And it took us another 1.5 years after that to finally get the balance of the airframe just right. I'd gone from being a little girl to, well, still a girl, just older. But now, I was all alone. Wherever the souls of my Gramps and his pals are flying, I hope it's peaceful. Then, finally, I was ready to break the sound barrier. All this plane could do was take off, accelerate, and fly up. almost touch it. Then I saw Osia's fighters. They were tailing something. A drone. They were going full out chasing that thing. Doing 30 Gs at least. Damn, I've never seen anything move that fast. It had a rose painted on it. The Erusian emblem. But that country's a whole continent away from here.
Crap. You should have put in my events with you, you piece of junk. Should have built a deterrent too.
Is everyone here?
Hey, Neon. Oh, I will. Don't worry about that.
I said settle down. You have all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Yuzha as members of the International Union Peacekeeping Force. Until today. Earlier, our radar site informed us that a group of unidentified aircraft was approaching. Communication systems went down immediately afterwards. We are led to conclude that they have attacked the site. Here's your mission. It's possible that the Yuzhan ceasefire agreement has been broken for the first time in over a decade. As of today, the Fort Grays Air Base Squadron of the IUPF has been put on high alert. All members who have been ordered to sortie, fly there immediately. Find the unidentified craft, then use your weapons to round them up and force them to land. If the hostiles counterattack, then you will...
What the hell was that? There's smoke! We're under attack. Numerous unidentified aircraft confirmed overhead. How is that possible?
The tank farm to the north has been bombed.
Many injured.
Scramble. All units, take off and eliminate the unidentified craft attacking the base. This is not a drill.
Alright.
Squad, aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
It's time to get up. It's time to get up in the air.
Radar site's still silent. Scramble. Get those birds in the sky. We're sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many.
Let's clear that runway. We don't got all day here.
Mage Squadron, head to runway. Golem Squadron, take off. Link to Skykeeper. Hurry, Mage Squadron. Tricky, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for takeoff. Situation is tight. Say hello to the movie party. We have faith in you. Good luck.
Control, do me a favor. Get that bird in the air ASAP.
Mage 2, altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
The carrier. No.
Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
Welcome. Trigger, I'm your wingman. Fly with me now. That's what it means to be in an element.
Enemy bomber confirmed down. Good job, H2.
Alright.
Trigger, switch your radar. See if you can locate the enemy.
Column 3, Fox 2.
Come on, almost in range.
They're way overhead.
Harbor fuel storage is intact. It's asking for another round. All escorts roll up for another attack. Point is 835.
Target confirmed down. Looking good, Mage 2. Mage 2, target's in range. Pair of bombers.
Trigger, stay calm. You got this. I know the kid's shown some promise, but let's remember, he's still barely got his feet wet. Trigger, don't forget your special weapon. That's it. It's great when it's simple.
Enemy bomber down. Nice going, Mage 2.
Not too shabby, Mage 2. You still got a long way to go, kid. I'll give you some pointers back at base if you can make it in one piece.
There you are.
This is Mage 1 over. Tally 2 bandits.
Copy that. It's bomber and an escort.
Whoa there, Trigger. Settle down.
I'll deal with.
Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1.
I'm gonna do a boom and zoom on them.
Anything stupid.
And then go after that one that's trailing.
2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. I got your 6 covered, sir.
Target is down.
Yep, there you are.
Attaboy, Trigger.
Column, Mage, 2 new enemy groups.
Come here, fighter ace.
HQ, attention all combat groups. Are there any drones? Verify. Are you kidding me right now? Jesus.
Oh, game stop.
Shit,
I don't.
they're right now.
That's one ace. There they are. Alright. Let's see if I can't line them all up as best I can. I got 6 missiles. There's about 6 of them right here. Alright. Yeah, I think this works.
Target hit. One remaining.
Mage 2, keep your focus. You got this.
Okay, they're at render distance.
Second could be the difference between life and death. Stay sharp, think fast.
Roger that.
Yeah, because I feel like it. I'm gonna dump a bunch of missiles into this one. Grab some missiles.
To Column and Mage, job well done. All bombers are down. Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
Still a bit loud, but it is what it is.
Good going, Mage 2. Flight Commander looks like he's got what it takes. Let's slow down. It's just one sortie. Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on this.
Column Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones? What's the deal with all the drones? Column 1, return to base and report for debriefing.
assessing the damage to the base. We have confirmed that the aircraft...
Oh, wrong button. I accidentally skipped it. Basically, the TLDR is they were assessing the damage of the base and discovered that the carrier is no longer able to be saved. It's like that, basically.
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erugia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on. I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Erusia, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erugia, on the continent of Eusia, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Eusian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Eusia was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Eusians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Eusia, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer. In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Osean Air Force base. Then, Got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye. I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballs
Hey, Minari.
before? They were loaded on the ship.
Yeah,
too.
my mix-it-up's not working right now, so I'm so sorry.
We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here.
Oh,
Hydrate, bitch!
Thousands of
Loud,
kilometers
but
from Aruja,
thank you for the
on opposite side
hydrate.
of the Yuzian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell.
How was
It
your
had 3
day?
rusty patrol boats. And the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie.
Okay. Okay, good, okay.
The only reason I was
I thought my
here
stuff
is
was
'cause they
not
knew
working
I
for a
was
second
built
there.
a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out and set the dogs on me.
Eruja has made a declaration to the Ocean Federation and all countries on the Yusian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Eruja are currently appearing throughout Yusia. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Grays Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied.
Just give me one moment. I want to tweak the audio real fast, so I want to do that deposit so I can. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I know it's probably hard to hear me because the game's probably loud, so just give me a minute. I just need to fix the app's audio real fast. But right there will be good. Alright. Having technical difficulties today. Oh, your day just started. Ah, well that's good to hear. For me, I woke up an hour ago, decided to finally stream after a 4-day break because I've been distracted.
Radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
Let's see. What do I want to fly now? A bit of both. Being honest with you. I'm probably gonna fly the funny Nosferatu because it has the ADMM. That thing's just wacky. Plus it'll give me. Plus I'll be able to finish up my mission a little bit faster.
Mage squadron, sortie ASAP.
The current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
Intercept! Fire the AA! Radar vehicle out of there!
Come on, lock on.
It's off and off now, Trigger. The war has officially begun.
Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Hey, Neutro. Oh shit, it's not reloaded yet. Come on, reload. Reload. Oh, yeah.
Target destroyed. 3 to go.
Hey, man.
Engage at your discretion. Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
We'll go. Here they come. Take them down. Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars. Okay, let's completely blind those bastards.
That was the last radar vehicle. Great work. Radar vehicle's destroyed, but the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
Enemy transports are taxiing.
No, they're not linked to the radar vehicle. Launch manual. Redo the setup. Evade! Evade! Hide your manuals in a language we understand.
Keep your mind focused.
All right. This base is worth destroying.
Enemy transport destroyed. There's the back.
You're not allowed to be up here. Excuse me?
Attack missed.
Alright. I'm a bit rusty is all. Okay, UC-17.
Target is in range of guns.
There we go.
Forts have been destroyed. The clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar. The Seekers can sometimes lose their lock onto their targets.
Yeet.
Zone 1, enemy will crash in a residential area.
Just worry about staying alive for now.
3 targets remaining.
Launch preparations complete. Sortie. Barrier ready. Stand clear 15 meters. UAVs ready to launch. Away!
Alright. Time to irritate the drones.
What happened? Status report.
Multiple bogeys on radar. They're close.
Wait, they're being launched.
You're clear to engage. They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way they move, they gotta be drones. Well spotted, clown. No doubt about it. We're dealing with UAVs, but that doesn't change a thing. Just
Actually, I need to go down to the. I need to go back down here. Actually,
take them all down.
where are you?
These drones upgraded just
There you are.
all aircraft. You know what
Oh, he's in there already. Okay. All right, come here, boy.
HQ, this is column 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs. Repeat, bandits are drones.
Column 1, that doesn't matter.
Gotcha.
Destroy
That one wasn't a miss.
H2, missile launch.
Nice kill, Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
And they're all dead.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RTB.
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days. You shoot, someone gets killed. The guys in charge take care of the rest.
Yes, I do like my flying. Here we go, net.
You've given us air superiority by destroying their radar. The first barrier keeping us from retaking the space elevator is gone. Now is the time to group up and begin the counteroffensive. Let us reclaim what is ours.
Got another S. Hell yeah. Next mission.
The surprise attacks carried out after the declaration of war saw the peacekeeping forces of various countries, including Osea, suffer major damage. The ships moored around the space elevator and near Gandar Bay have been hit particularly hard. Numerous ships have been sunk and abandoned. Fortunately, our cutting-edge aircraft carrier, Kestrel 2, was at sea, so it was spared from the attack. Kestrel 2 is now preparing to launch another attack against Erusia's capital, Farbanti. The aircraft carrier Vulture also managed to escape Gandar Bay safely. However, it lost all its aircraft, so it's sailing empty. Today, the International Union Peacekeeping Force reclaims its bid to the space elevator. The Fort Grays Island Air Base Squadron will rendezvous with the carrier Vulture for a joint mission. The first objective will be to seize air superiority in Schoppenberg in order to secure a route for the support squadrons. The enemy maintains air superiority over Schoppenberg, so expect heavy resistance from enemy aircraft. There's more, so listen carefully. Right from the start of the war, the enemy has been deploying drones. They're using a new advanced type of drone. The unmanned airborne aircraft carrier, the Arsenal Bird, carries this new drone, MQ-101. The Osean Army headed the development of the massive Arsenal Birds and dispatched them to the space elevator to provide support. However, it's been reported that the carriers may have fallen into the hands of the Erusian forces. If that's true, it could be a significant...
Give me 1 second. I need to readjust myself in my chair. Oh, because my knee was starting to hurt. There we go. Also because I was getting a wee bit cold. Because I do like the cold, yes. However, I'm just trying to get more comfortable before I resume. There we go.
We need to regain control of the space elevator ASAP. Good luck out there.
There we go. Alright. Like, I already know what I'm flying next. It's just, I'm pretty much also doing this to get more, more credits so I can buy stuff. So what I'm probably going to be flying is more than likely my F-35C. Because I'm going to take on some air-to-air missiles and go nuts. Because this is my bird. And this is an actual aircraft a carrier-capable plane, so...
H2 is away. H2, specified altitude reached. Restrictions lifted. Good luck.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other bases squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Squadron, eliminate all bandits in the current airspace. We have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck.
Mage 1, Wilco. Mage 1 to Gollum 1, thank your lucky stars. Looking good, Mage Squadron. Keep up that pressure. Trigger time to show the other guys that we get wet wild and do dirty, dirty things. Once you hit one of
For it.
Mage 2, walking.
Come on. Gotcha.
You can't evade a missile. Use Chapman flares. Your fingers should still move even if you're in a 9G turn.
4 remaining. Three remaining.
Nice kill.
1 remaining.
Looks like they weren't ready for a fight.
Come on. Gotcha.
Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
I haven't even broken a sweat. Missile incoming! Evade! Break! Break!
What the hell?
Caution, missile!
Caution! Large aircraft is approaching. All aircraft stay alert. We just learned that Eruzia is utilizing the Arsenal bird. Those bastards. They had that thing combat ready this whole time.
Enemy has a radar lock.
Not find anything to say about it.
Break, now!
Just waiting for mission command.
We'll live through this, Trigger. These guys are definitely a step above the last drones. These guys move too easy.
All aircraft. No change in game plan. Destroy the Arsenal bird.
Shit. Things moving way too slow for me.
Golem Squadron, take out
There we go.
Baby Huey.
Ooh, I am lagging. That's not a good sign. Come on. Okay, that's too tight of a arc. Oh, nope, ain't shooting me.
Skeleton 1 lost. Skeleton 2, take over command.
Nope, there's... Nope, no, Okay.
Ship Golem 2, do you copy?
This is Golem 2. Instruments still appear to be functioning okay.
There you are.
Skeleton 3's lost.
Where's that report? Continue to maintain air superiority.
HQ, what's happening?
Skykeeper, I repeat, maintain air superiority.
What the hell? Caution. All aircraft, stay alert.
Get out of there. Breaking.
Skeleton 2 lost. Skeleton Squadron is down. We've had too many losses. All squadrons, command has ordered a complete withdrawal. Leave the operation area immediately. Save your chatter for the debriefing. Golem and Mage Squadron, give our allies some time to escape.
Wilka, but Golem 2's hit. Gotta send her back. Let's get dirty, Trigger.
Shoot down those UAVs. Don't let them touch any friendlies.
Golem 2, head back to base.
Gargoyle 1, escort Golem 2.
Continuing the mission. Still got my wings. Trigger doesn't need to fill in for me. I'm back and
You won't make any difference up here. Get back to base and cool your head.
copy that. Returning home.
That's it, Trigger. They're machines. Don't show 'em any mercy. Going for the loner. Missile hit for friendly.
H2, UAV down.
Alright.
Retreating aircraft. Leave the AO. Allies will hold off pursuit. Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, hang in there and come back safe.
Yowza.
H2, missile launch.
Steady.
That boy, Mage 2. Just keep firing.
Mage Squadron, you're going toe-to-toe with the UAVs. More UAVs spotted. Gargoyle Squadron, they might cut off your retreat.
My status is fine. Gargoyle 1, leading Operation Airspace with Golem 2.
Retreating aircrafts, prepare for combat. It's a bogey. Gargoyle 1, Golem 2, engage now. Attack.
Shit.
Skykeeper. Gargoyle 1 lost.
What the hell? Golem 2, status report.
If I can't reach my normal missiles, use the others.
Just talk to me.
Thank you, Waver. Have a good sleep.
Wingtips. I can't shake it off. It's catching me move for move.
Golem 2, stop dogfighting and run.
Missile launched. Target is in range of guns.
Ah.
Fox 3. Mage 2, UAV down. Keep it up, buddy.
I don't get it. Why isn't it opening fire? I'm scared. I'm scared.
Not good. Brody, break off.
Gotcha. Ah, I went in the clouds. Ah. Oh, my audio. Okay. Merry Christmas.
Good job, Mage 2. We want as many guys out here as possible. I'm grateful you're around. Golem 2, what's your status? Status report. Predator. Golem 2, get a hold of yourself. Golem 2, get away from the enemy.
Mage 2, support! Somebody! Support!
Column 2 lost. Shit.
Skykeeper, where's the one that got blown?
I'm afraid he's long gone by now. Sorry.
Ha
All UAVs have been splashed.
Yeah.
I said what I had to say.
Yeah. Stall warning.
Not a girl who'd retreat. Just not in her DNA.
Come on,
That was the
do it
right
again.
decision at the time. No, I should have never let a fledgling like her out of my reach to begin with.
Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, withdraw.
Yeah, I'm a bit rusty, so I tend to not do that very well.
Mage 2, we have you on radar. You are cleared for approach. The deck is clear. Mage 2, you are cleared for landing.
Alright. If you wonder what I'm doing, I gotta line this up to land on the carrier. Yes, I know. Gotta lower the speed. Flaps are down. There we go.
1 mile to carrier. Your approach looks good. Stay on course.
There we go.
Perfect, Mage 2. I knew you'd be back. Now return to base.
Hope y'all are enjoying this at least.
Unfortunately, the two-front offensive was a failure. The aircraft carrier Kestrel 2 was sunk during the attack on Farbanti. Carrier-borne aircraft mistakenly bombed urban areas, and this has turned public opinion in neutral countries against us. Our own forces also suffered heavy losses. If it weren't for a few extraordinary fighters, many of us wouldn't have made it home. The situation is grim. We have precious little time, however. We have to get to the space elevator.
Got an A. Could have been better, but what can you do? Can't please them all.
Here he comes. Mihai's looking worse. Thank God he has his granddaughters here to help him out. They're sisters, 15 and 10. Engaging the enemy in combat so we could use his physiological data to improve the drones had always taken a toll on Mihai's body. But today, he was really showing his age.
The drones we based on his data were being taken down at a faster rate now, compared to when the war began. When Mihai found that out, he insisted on flying to the front lines to see it for himself. Sometimes he could be so stubborn. His age wasn't the only thing affecting his health. Over the years, flying at high altitudes for prolonged stretches of time had ravaged and poisoned his body. But he was a man of grit. Today, after 28 years, he saw combat again. If his flight suit still wasn't good enough to protect him, I can't imagine how many G's he hit today during the battle. As a pilot, he exceeds all our expectations. It's going to take a bit more tweaking before our drones can match his skill.
How penal is this penal unit, you ask? This place is a shithole. If you took the stink of all the corruption in the world, then corralled it all in one place, that would give you a pretty good idea of what the air smells like around here. We got all kinds of critters, too. Everything from flea-ridden guards, rabid dogs, and a mechanic doing a stretch for life. I can't forget the rats. Yeah, we got those. And some pilots who got their wings clipped, too. One's a great pilot, but a lousy thief. One's a gambler with no luck. And one's an anarchist with no balls. Their job here was to rev the engines on the fake runways. The idea was for Aruja's spy satellite to pick up the heat sig. Even though there weren't any real fighters here, it looked like it on their infrared. I bet you're wondering, if Erusea lost the war, how come they still have a spy satellite? Because someone over there was smart enough to train a bunch of computer nerds to hack into half of Osea's satellites. That's how come. Every now and again, I'd try to bust out. And every single time, those damn dogs would drag me right back. When I was in my cell, I'd hear this voice coming from the guards room. It was the Erusian princess rallying her people on the Erusian national broadcast. All us prisoners had become big fans of hers. You want to hear something funny? The guards were big fans too. I swear to God, every time she was on the air, they'd turn up the volume on the radio and sit there listening. I could see how someone like her could win the hearts and minds of soldiers and workers alike. When the princess said something, you could tell she meant every word. Lately, she'd been having more fun with her speeches, and that made her seem even more charming. You could say her charm was like a virus. Whenever she'd point out stuff that was wrong with Osea, the prisoners in here went nuts. Hell, if anyone knew how messed up Osea was, it was the prisoners. Osea down.
There we are.
In this hellhole.
I'm sorry.
Dark blue. Instead of building fake-ass planes.
Okay, I think we're back. Okay, there we go. Jesus, that was the most.
As proved by the failure of our previous strategy, the Arsenal birds have bolstered the enemy's anti-air network. This will be difficult to overcome. However, we still need to get swiftly to the space elevator no matter what it takes. Someone there is counting on us. The hero of the Circum-Pacific War and the man who spearheaded the construction of the space elevator. Osia's former president, Mr. Harling. Mr. Harling was inspecting the elevator when the war broke out. He's been classified as missing since the elevator was taken over by the Erusian forces. However, according to the latest intel, a military officer accompanying Mr. Harling hid him inside the facility. Both are waiting for a chance to escape. Enemy anti-air radar network has been set up around the space elevator. It's likely a large squadron would be detected. We will send a single aircraft through the network and send in a rescue team soon after. A number of anti-air radars have been set up around the space elevator. However, our reconnaissance suggests their network is weakest along the southeastern coast of Selatakura. So we can elude the enemy's observation.
There we go, yeah.
There are a lot of rain clouds this time of year. Flying through the clouds will enable us to stay hidden from their radar. If you happen to be detected by their radar, we will be forced to abort the mission. The lone pilot will head up this strategy as you, Trigger. After you bust through, secure the rescue craft's landing zone by taking out the anti-air weapons. Gollum and others will arrive shortly for support. Provide escort for Mr. Harling's craft after rendezvous. Good luck out there, everyone.
1 second. I had to go, I had to turn it off. Let's see if I'm able to buy anything. No. Rather do it this.
Air preparation complete. Sortie ASAP.
Entering operation area. Imposing radio silence. We'll radio you, but you are not permitted to make contact.
If you're spotted, the mission is over. Stay out of enemy radar. Use of weaponry is also strictly forbidden. Okay, you're heading up the Harling rescue mission. The success of this mission depends on you. Good luck.
There we go.
Careful of ice formation in the clouds.
Easy. Let's see if I still got it.
Trigger, you got 2 directions you can take up here. Just go with your gut. Don't worry, we're watching over you. Careful of ice formation in the clouds.
I gotta slow down here.
You're making good progress, Trigger. You're currently halfway to your rendezvous point. Look, I'm not gonna lie. It's just gonna be you and your radar out there. Just know you got a bunch of people pulling for you. And I'm one of them. You're 3/4 of the way. Been a long fight, but you're nearly home. Harling is still the president in my eyes.
We abandoned.
He ended the war, built the space elevator, and launched a spaceship from it. Despite his success, he remained a humble hero. I'll do my best to save him. Lend me a hand, Trigger. Rendezvous point dead ahead. Hang in there.
Don't you dare, don't you dare, don't you dare. Oh. That was close.
Trigger, the first stage of the mission is clear. Don't celebrate yet. The real fight's about to get started.
Situation report. Something's happening.
Radio silence is now lifted. The auxiliary craft will be arriving shortly. Destroy the anti-air around the space elevator. We're securing Sea Goblin's landing zone. Locked. Missile closing. Evade. H2, target down. Missile away. Half of the anti-air guns down. H2, target destroyed.
Sorry about the wait. Cavalry's here. Column Squadron. Trigger jumped through the fire. Now it's our turn. Understood.
All broke.
All aircraft, eliminate the enemy before they can respond.
Oh, I already destroyed everything.
All anti-air guns destroyed. All SAM sites down. The landing zone is secure. Sea Goblin, you are clear to land.
Roger. Rendezvous point site. Almost there.
Multiple bandits over Selatapura Harbor. They're container-launched UAVs.
Up to me on 2 PIVs.
Rescue craft tagged on. Initiate.
Rescue craft on the ground is defenseless. Gollum and Mage, destroy all hostiles.
It's been a long journey, but you're on the home stretch.
Gargoyle will stand by near the space elevator.
Sea Goblin, heading over to the ex-present location now. Run for the container!
Mage 2, locking. Watch out, the enemy has a lock-on.
Target eliminated. Yeah, H2 destroyed the target. Ambush! Fire from the far shore! They're targeting us! Get behind the chopper!
Eliminate all enemy UAVs. Don't let up.
Return fire!
Shit. Okay, there we go. There we go.
Hang in there. Express identified. Behind the gantry crane. Mr. Harlan, stick right there. Jacob's ahead. Incoming rocket.
Sea Goblin, all survivors, respond. Is Mr. Harling alive? That's about half. Bump up the rest.
Yeet.
Squadrons, be advised. The call sign is Mother Goose 1. I've
Oh,
sent
there's my target.
in the data lake.
I need to get them before they escape. So please bear with me.
Mage 2 shut down a bit. Careful, the enemy has a lock. All UAVs have been splashed. All aircraft. Former President Harling's transport is ready to take off. Mother Goose 1, take off. Let's wait till we're home safe. Mage Squadron, Mother Goose 1 is heading south. Provide support. 5 minutes remaining.
Skykeeper, focus on my radar. Bearing 220.
Sighting confirmed as MQ-101, forerunner for Arsenal Bird.
The big bird is coming, huh?
Mage, protect Mother Goose 1. Shoot down any UAVs. Gollum, intercept the UAVs.
Golem 1 will kill. That last battle taught me a lot about those a-holes. Golem 2, don't stray off on me. Always maintain element. Wilco, forming up. Golem 2, what's your six? I'm in his blind spot. He's mine.
Fox 2.
Roger. Transport. Orders on a fire warning. Yes, sir. Level type.
Mother Goose 1, UAV on your tail. Take evasive action.
I hear you. This is an exact.
What?
An Arsenal bird is on its way. Strategic AI chose Liberty over justice.
Okay. Okay. Yep. I think it broke. I believe the app actually just straight up broke. So just give a minute. Like, the game's paused. But I think I'm going to have to call it here because I'm having too much of a technical problem today. Oh my god. Come on. Even the app froze. Okay. Where's Task Manager? Okay. There we go. Like, holy hell, man. Yeah, I did not expect it to, like, break like that. Being straight up honest with you. Also, my OBS is frozen. So, there's that. So, wonderful. Like, on my end, it shows that it's, like, frozen on a certain part, even though it's not. So today was just a bunch of annoyances. So yippee. So we're gonna raid out, and hopefully this does not happen again when I go back to streaming in the next 2 days. There's the raid message, everyone. Copy and paste, copy it. Make sure you have it. You can also do your own custom twist on it. Now let's go see who's live. So right now I'm waiting on Twitch to show me my stream manager so I can see who's live so I can raid someone. So while we're waiting, I'm going to set this to ending soon. And I hope everyone has a wonderful day.
I walk from the fire with the scars still fresh. Fists raised high with the breath of death. Steel in my spine, no gods, no priest. Just grit in the gears and a taste for beast. Didn't bring the gauntlets, but I kept the rage. Burning bright like a sigil on a cage-made stage. Astral flow, can't match my code. They try to read it once, system overload. Saw time stop when I cracked that ground. Clock hands froze when I made that sound. Reality bent with a single blow. I don't run, I make cosmos slow. I'm the sound before the silence. The fracture in the stone. No prophecy, no guidance, just a shadow fighting alone. One swing, one will, one breath, no fate, just death to death. Final light, last in line. When the stars burned out, I still shine. Mark the bloodline with a shattered name. Every title I earned came laced with flame. I didn't seek thrones, didn't need no choir. Just a voice that screamed and fist of fire. Held back gods with a twitch of thought. Tore down fate